Welcome back to Herc's Place. I am Professor Albert Birkenheffer. The Purple Professor, of course. Okay, so today I want to thank you first for stopping by Herc's Place. And I also want to tell you this is a very exciting experiment. I want to demonstrate something. It's a truth from the Bible. And it's a very important truth for those of us who are followers of Jesus. So when Jesus got ready to go back to heaven, in Acts chapter 1, he said this, I want you to tarry, I want you to wait until you receive power. After the Holy Spirit comes. And after you receive power, then you'll do all these great things. He mentioned being witnesses, and he had also told them, or the disciples earlier, that they would be doing greater things even than what he had done. And so he said, you wait for the power. So I want to demonstrate to you, using one of my favorite demonstrations, the power and what is the truth and stuff behind that. Now, of course, in the first century, the disciples had no idea what electricity was, right? Of course. They had seen electrical storms, you know, thunder and lightning, but they didn't have electricity accessible to them. But we do. And I want to use that to illustrate that verse and another in a moment. And to do that, I have some helpers. And today, the helpers are Pickle number 1 and Pickle number 2. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You say those don't look very powerful. You're right, they're not. But we're going to send power through them, and we're going to see something that I think is very amazing. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with this one, and we'll take it. And we will plug in the pickle. Have you ever plugged in a pickle? I don't know. I have. And we're going to do it again because this is amazing. All right, so we've got the first pickle there. You stay where you're supposed to be, Mr. Pickle, because we don't want to get in a pickle. All right, and so we have the second pickle. And we plugged that pickle in too. Okay, now, so we have 2 pickles. The pickles are right there in perfect view, I hope, for you to see. Yeah, that should. Okay, let's turn this one over this way. It doesn't matter why. It's just one of those pickle things with the professor. It's a pickle preference. A purple professor pickle preference. Can you say that? I can hardly say that, so I wouldn't even expect you to say it. All right, so here we go. Remember, the verse said, you'll receive power after that the Holy Spirit has come upon you. Jesus also said to let your light shine so that men could see your good works and they would glorify the Father. So watch what happens. I want to turn off the lights so that maybe you can see the pickle even better, this powered pickle. What? Yes, it's an electric pickle. Let me turn off the lights. I'll be right back. Obviously, it's not completely dark because you can still see me and I can still see you. Well, I can see the camera. So here we go. We're going to let the power flow through these pickles and see what happens. Okay, you ready? Here we go. In 3, in 2, and 1. Nothing will happen really amazing like that at the very start. Just so you're prepared. First, you may hear a little sizzle, pickle sizzle, and then you might see a little pickle smoke. Let's just do it and let you see it. Here we go. Power on. I hear it. I don't know if you can, but I hear it. Watch. It's starting to smoke. A little bit of steam. Oh, hang on. Steam from both ends. Do you see that? Come on, other pickle. Okay, now, this really stinks. So I'm going to cut it off, turn the lights back on, we'll come back and talk about this. But that is amazing. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed you just a little bit, but you see the and here we are. So let's talk about this. First, some observations. Number 1, I saw this pickle glowing. I didn't see that pickle glowing. From my perspective, and from your perspective, these are identical pickles. This pickle's plugged, got the nails in there like that, like a Franken pickle. This one does as well. I turned on the power. One of them sizzled, steamed, and glowed. That one. What happened to this one? Something very important. And it's a very good lesson for you as a follower of Jesus. Because Jesus said this. He said, remain in me, and I will remain in you. For a branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine. And you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. This is John chapter 15, verses 4 and number 5 right here. He says, yes, I am the vine. You are the branches. Those who remain in me, and I in them, they will produce much fruit. And here's the key. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Now, when Jesus went back to heaven, he said, it's a good thing that I'm going back to heaven, because I will send the Holy Spirit. He will be in you. All right, now, here's the thing. The only difference, and it's a key difference, the only difference between this pickle and this pickle is this. Can you see the power strip? What's the problem? This one, right here, it was what? What's the word? Plugged in. What was the problem with this one? It was not plugged in. From the exterior, from outside, everything looks identical. They're both got these nails sticking in the ends of them. I flipped the switch. One sizzled and steamed and glowed. The other one just sat there like a pickle. The difference was, he wasn't tapped into the power. The power was not flowing through him. Now, here's the thing. We as a Christian, you have the opportunity to say, I'm going to try to do this on my own. And you know what? God will let you try. Normally it doesn't turn out so well. But here's the key. If the power is available, and the power is available, it's right here. And if we are plugged in, which he wasn't, but he could be very easily, just like this, he would be, I say it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy. There we go. Now he's plugged in. So if the power were flowing, then he would be glowing. Oh, that's a good phrase. If the power were flowing, he would be glowing. Okay, so I'm not going to fry that pickle again. It already smells bad enough in here. So here's the lesson. It's important what's going on the inside. It's important what's going on the outside. All of that needs to be in line and lined up and right. But the important thing is that we remain in Jesus, that the power is not interrupted, that there is the power that is there to be tapped into, and we are tapping into it. And this is a lesson that I hope that you will remember, because you too can let your light shine before others. But you need to have the power of the Holy Spirit flowing in through you. And you need to be plugged in. If you're not plugged in and not turned on, the power is not going to flow, and you're not going to glow. I am the Purple Professor. Thanks for stopping by Herc's Place, and we'll see you again another time. So long.